English is an international language. There are plenty of people, those who are non-native speakers of English language, they must learn English language, right? Why they would like to learn it? Because in this era, if you would like to get a job, definitely you have to have the skill of English language, right? I'm not talking about all types of jobs, but most of the jobs, 99% of jobs, if you would like to get one out of them, then definitely you have to have the skill of English language, right? But still, there are non-native speakers, those who uh, are not able to speak this language. There are some problems that they face. There are some, bars in front of them that keep them behind. And these bars, these problems, these issues do not let them to become a good speaker. These mistakes do not let them to step their, to put their first step to become a good speaker. So we would like to discuss those issues. If you have these issues, try to avoid these issues uh, out of your heart. Then definitely you will be able to start speaking English language. So let's get started. So number one, the number one problem that the non-native speakers and non-native speakers face when they start speaking English language, that is fear of mistakes, right? When we are non-native speakers, when we would like to learn a language, or when we would like to speak a language, the main problem is fear, right? We are afraid of speaking English language in front of the people, right? So fear of what? Fear of mistakes. We fear our mistakes. We think that the sentence that I am going to utter, the sentence that I am going to deliver, whether I'll be making any mistakes with that sentence, whether my sentence will be correct grammatically, whether my pronunciation will be bad, whether I will use the appropriate vocabulary or not. So never fear your mistakes. All right, acknowledge that you make mistakes. When you acknowledge that you will make mistakes, then definitely you will not be able to afraid, or you will not fear your mistakes. So acknowledge, okay? Don't fear, acknowledge that you will make mistakes. You are not a native speakers, and try to avoid this fear. And this fear is one of the reasons why most of the non-native speakers cannot put their first step to become a speaker, English speaker. Number two, what is the number two obstacle that they face? Lack of confidence, low self-esteem. When when we are not able to speak a language, when we try to speak it, we do not find our confidence. Okay, we feel very low, right? We think that I'm not able to speak a language, I'm not able to speak international language. Most of the people can speak this language, but I can't. So we always lack of confidence, and we always comparing ourselves with fluent speakers, right? When we will compare ourselves with the people, those who are fluent, then definitely it's a big mistake, right? Never compare yourself. The fluent speakers that you can see in front of you, they have practiced a lot, that's why they became such fluent. So your duty is to practice, your duty is to follow the rules, your duty is to follow the systems and methods. Then definitely within very short time you will also become a good speaker. So don't give space, you know don't give space lack of confidence in your heart. All right, don't compare yourself. When you will compare yourself with a good speaker, then definitely you will feel that you are uh, out of your confidence, you don't find any confidence in yourself. So this is number two issue. That is why most of the non-native speakers cannot start speaking English. Number three, overthinking grammar before speaking, right? When we speak, we are very much careful about grammar. Okay, we think that the sentence that I'm going to deliver, it will be grammatically correct or not. That's what I already told you, right? We do not focus on our communication, rather we focus on our grammar. It seems like we are the English teachers. No, I'm not the English teacher. You are not the English teacher. Don't try to be an English teacher. When you are in a classroom, if you would like to teach your children uh, the subject English, the topic grammar, or at that time it's a mistake. At that time, it's a problem to make mistakes. When you are communicating with someone, why do you care about grammar? Are you going to teach him the grammar? Okay, so never think about your grammar that much. Try to think about your communication, whether you are able to convey your message uh, to your partner or not. So that is another problem. That is another issue why most of the non-native speakers cannot speak English language. And number four is limited active vocabulary, right? This is also very big issue for the non-native speakers since they started learning English language, and the time is very short, right? So they do not know much vocabularies. I told you in another video that vocabularies are like bricks. So if you want to be a good, if you want to make a huge building, definitely you have to have bricks. Without the without enough amount of bricks, how would you make a building? So when they do not have good amount of vocabularies in their mind, then it's a mistake. That's why they are not able to communicate. That's why they are not able to uh, make their sentence. They are not able to chain up their sentences with a bunch of vocabularies. That's why I would say that those who are non-native speakers focus on vocabularies. Number five, fear of being laughed or judged, right? When you are afraid that whether your partner will laugh at you after hearing your English, that's a problem, right? So this is also another reason why most of the non-native speakers uh, keep them behind from speaking English language. They do not want to be loved, right? They do not want that his partner or her partner will laugh at him. So this is a problem for the fluent speakers or those who know a little bit of English. If they laugh at the other person who has started just learning English language, so that's a mistake. So this is one of the reasons why most of the non-native speakers cannot start speaking English, because they think that uh, his partner or her partner will laugh at him, he will make fun of him, he will judge him. Hey, you can't speak English, right? So that's a problem. Number six. Number six is mother tongue dominance, right? The non-native speakers, definitely they do not live in English speaking country. If they would live in English speaking country, definitely they don't need to learn it, they would automatically speak it, right? uh, but most of the non-native speakers, they do not find an environment around them to practice English language. The friend circle they grow up with, they speak their mother tongue, they do not English, they do not speak English language, and they do not watch English movies, and they don't see much English words around them. They see their native languages. That's a problem. So if you would like to learn a language, it could be English language, it could be other language, you have to make your own surrounding, right? You have to talk to the people, those who are good at English language. You have to read some English books, you have to watch some English movies, right? You have to listen to some English musics. Did you understand? So this is very important. Try to make your surrounding as English as possible, okay, with as English as possible, and then definitely you are going to be a good speaker, right? And number seven, why most of the non-native speaker can't speak English language: pronunciation anxiety or accent shame. Okay, so it was a problem with me too. I also used to think that in order to be a good speaker, I have to have a good accent, right? As that was a big problem for a certain period of time in my life. I used to think that speaking with American accent or British accent is quite cool. So the case is not like that. Don't care about accent. Care about your natural speaking. As long as you are able to convey your message, don't care about accent. Okay, don't focus on accent that much. If you focus on accent much rather than the correctness of your speaking, the correctness of your sentence, the importance of conveying message, then definitely your words will not have that much of value. Okay, so don't care about accent much. So if you are a non-native speaker and if you are started learning, if you if you are starting to learn English language, and if you focus on accent much more than the actual communication, then it's a big mistake. So this is an obstacle that uh, pushing you behind. So don't care about accent that much. And another one, eight. Okay, I told you in several videos that lack of real speaking practice. We listen to videos a lot. We watch a lot of videos, English videos on YouTube, right? We watch podcasts, but we ourselves don't speak that much, right? Since we do not speak that much, definitely uh, it's a desired, or it's a normal repercussion that we will not be able to speaking English language, right? So as long as you are not speaking, you will not be able to speaking. As long as you are not practicing, you will not be able to speak the language. So this is another problem why non-native speakers can't speak English language. And number nine is past negative experiences, right? It could happen that maybe you are not able to speak English language. Maybe it could happen. The reason is maybe you in the past you wanted to uh, communicate with your friends, one of your friends, and he laughed at you, and he bullied you a lot, right? He judged your conversation, he judged your English language. So it could be a reason why you are not able to speak language out of fear that took place in past, right? So if your past experience is not uh, well enough, then you might be afraid of speaking English language. So that is also one of the reasons. So number 10, culture factors, right? In some cultures, speaking up is discouraged unless you are sure. In some of the culture, it is always suppressed by the children are suppressed by the elderly people. They say that children should not speak that much because they are not mature enough to express themselves. So this is a big mistake. It's a culture problem. I'm not saying that this culture problem exists in every single countries, but in most of the countries, particularly in South Asian countries, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or Nepal, or Sri Lanka, children are not allowed. Children are not allowed to talk in front of the people, even with their native language, right? Elderly people think this is their misunderstanding, and their misunderstanding is that children are not mature enough to speak. If we do not allow children to speak, how they will be able to learn speak? Did you understand? So when where they are not able to speak English, they are not able to speak in their native language, how will they be able to speak English language? So this is a culture problem. This is number 10. So there are some problems. Some of the problems were really really dominant and very problematic, and some of the problems are quite soft. They are not that considered as problems, but still there are some problems. So if you're non-native speakers, if you go through these problems in your speaking journey, definitely try to figure out them, try to avoid them, try to you know find out the solution to get out of these problems. Then definitely will become a good speaker. So start speaking English, practice English, listen to English, read English, books, whatever you find. My journey is to share with you guys how to become a good speaker, how to become a good communicator, right? So this is it for today. See you again.